and welcome to my channel, Mystic Mim Tarot. Today I'm doing a reading from the masculine to the karmic. I'll get a lot of different messages from him for the karmic. I will conclude the reading with various songs too. Please note that this is a collective reading, not a personal one. So take the cards that resonate to your situation and leave the ones that don't. Also, the genders may be switched in this reading. Now let's begin. What would the masculine like to say to the karmic today? The DF warned me that I would get an STD or have an unwanted pregnancy if I continued on with my reckless lifestyle. She was actually right. The energy has swapped now between the DF and I. I was always playing hard to get and was cool towards her. Now she is distant, she is blocking me out, and she has detached from me. You love to sit around doing nothing but sit on the phone whilst you drink and gossip with your friends. I am feeling so worn out and exhausted lately. Tarot readers are so fed up with the very same energy coming out in most of their tarot readings. It is old news at this stage and extremely repetitive. At one stage, I was flaunting you in the DF's face. The tables have turned now. The DF is back on her feet. She couldn't care less about us, and she is building a magnificent empire all by herself. I use you for company, sex, and to help me with my unresolved issues and emotions for the Divine Feminine. I have had nightmares about how I chose the wrong woman, and that is you instead of the Divine Feminine. I know that the Divine Feminine feels that I should stay where I thought the grass was greener, that is with you. She also feels that I made my bed and now I have to lay in it. You are treating me so badly because you are irate that your wicked ways are being exposed more and more every day. I thought that I loved you, but it wasn't love, it was lust. You told me that you had money, a perfect credit rating, and that we would be abundant together. I am getting bad luck out of nowhere. I have never felt this unlucky before. You led me astray and distracted me from my assignment that I should have completed with the Divine Feminine in this lifetime. You don't have any boundaries like the Divine Feminine does. Nothing is off limits with you. In the beginning, I found this exciting and spontaneous. However, now I find it a burden. I thought the DF was so gullible and naive. That's why she shocked me so much when she saw through me eventually and ceased contact with me. You are a karmic feminine. You are not a goddess like you think you are. You were never worth losing the Divine Feminine for. I cannot manifest anything good into my life right now. My problem is that I listen to bad advice all the time and make my decisions based on it. I never thought the DF would turn out to be anything special. However, now she is excelling in life and I have to eat my own words. I got the shock of my life when the DF finally decided to leave me behind. I thought she was the type of woman that I could always return to at a later date. I am so over this karma. I cannot stand it. Bad things keep happening to me. I know I deserve it though, after breaking the Divine Feminine's heart. You make me feel so bad about myself. The Divine Feminine gave herself the closure and forgiveness that she needed in order to move forward in her life. You are aware of all of the DF's private business because I confided in you about her job, her children, her goals, her past feelings towards me, the arguments the DF and I had, her fascination with her spiritual path, her finances, her past relationships, and her dreams and aspirations for the future. When you found the photos of the DF in my phone, you completely lost it. I like third parties, and that is why I chose you, because you like them too. Our morals are matched. I still feel as though I have unfinished business with the Divine Feminine. You knew of everything about the DF. I mean everything. You got your information from me mostly, but also from spying on her through tarot readings. This house is always such a mess, and you don't cook, clean, wash, or work. Your lack of hygiene is honestly turning me off having sex with you. It is gross. I am such an idiot for thinking that you ever loved me. The DF feels as though you got her leftovers. You know deep down that I still want the Divine Feminine, and it torments you daily. I know that I cannot approach the DF at all whilst you remain in my life. I gaslit and breadcrumbed the DF in the past. I placed her on the back burner whilst she put me first in her life. I gave her many false promises. No wonder she closed out the cycle with me. The Divine Feminine's ancestors have had enough of your spiritual attacks on her. They are sick to death of your spell work. I don't comprehend why you continue to do it. It is backfiring on you. I want everything done on my terms. I am not open to what others want. It is because I am a control freak. I am still shocked at the DF's intuition, downloads from spirit, and her inner knowing. I can't believe she finally figured me out. I know that the DF is upset at me now. She appears to be holding a grudge. If you could get into my head and read my thoughts, you would leave me immediately. I have fantasies and I dream about rekindling with the Divine Feminine and even marrying her, actually giving her the commitment that she deserved the entire time. The DF and you are different in this way. It was very important to her to give what we had together a title, even though I never did. You, on the other hand, don't care less about a title. The Divine Feminine viewed me as her best friend in the past. I blame you for the way in which I chose you over the Divine Feminine. You filled my mind with poisonous thoughts and doubts about her that ultimately influenced my decision. I love to blame you for the bad decision I made to let go of the Divine Feminine and to choose a karmic path with you. You created a fake account to watch the Divine Feminine on a platform, if she has one, that is. You want to check what she has discovered about you, and you hate the way that she has exposed you for your wicked ways. Her readings are right on the money when it comes to describing you and your life. I cheat on every woman that I am with because I get bored, and basically I just want to see if I've still got it and can attract women easily. You are looking in the wrong place by spying on and antagonizing the Divine Feminine. You should be more focused on the karmics that I deal with behind your back. You are barking up the wrong tree. I know how difficult it was for the DF to finally walk away from me. I really miss her so much. I never follow through with my promises. I present a fairy tale to women and like to live in fantasies rather than reality. You used tantric sex, fetishes, and kinks to win me over in the first place. I was so spiteful when I chose to break the Divine Feminine's heart on purpose. I am accustomed to getting whichever woman I want in life, but all of that came to a halt when it came to the Divine Feminine. I am getting so tired from all of the drama and chaos that you have brought into my life. This is not sustainable. I know that you are a sneaky snake, and I have realized your tactics when it came to keeping me away from the Divine Feminine. I am a romance player and scammer. I've become so skilled at winning over women's hearts, then controlling and manipulating them to get what I can out of them. I've been feeling sad and disappointed with how my life has actually turned out. Now you are dealing with the same issues that the Divine Feminine had to put up with in the past with me. You promised me all sorts of things that you didn't follow through with. The DF and I felt a strong soul tie and intense connection on both sides. It's a pity that I allowed you to trick me out of a blessing that God bestowed upon me. The DF taught me that not all women are replaceable. To me, she is a goddess and a queen. I have a repetitive pattern in my life where if I don't get what I want from one woman, I just go and get it from another woman. You got what you wanted, me. Now I want my freedom again. I can no longer handle this toxicity. You went out of your way to cause a tower in the Divine Feminine's life. You are an envious person and you cannot be happy for others. I have been relying on drugs and alcohol to help me deal with you. I gave the Divine Feminine no genuine offer, no apology, and no confession. Not only do the DF's ancestors protect her from your black magic, they are also going to make sure that she receives her divine inheritance very soon. There have always been 3 of us in this real-life story, it seems. You, me, and the Divine Feminine. You are such a show-off, but then again, so am I. You got your friends involved to help you sabotage everything that the DF was working so hard on achieving. You did not want me in a serious relationship with the Divine Feminine. You wanted to keep me stuck in this karmic relationship, so you did spell work on me to keep me with you and stagnant in my life. You put love spells and binding spells on me so that I was stuck in an illusion and confusion about the Divine Feminine. I originally thought that we would have had a solid foundation and success together, but it was all built on lies, and now I'm very depressed. You are a counterfeit Divine Feminine. You hid your secrets, your intentions, your motives, and your plans from me. I originally thought that we would boss up together. However, the only true boss now is the Divine Feminine. I am in a deep regret, anxiety, and hopelessness since I have discovered who you truly are, an evil witch. I try to keep it hidden from you exactly how much I think about the DF, how much regret I have for hurting her, and how much I truly miss her. This relationship is purely for convenience. I stay because it's easy to, and I am lazy. I am a charming, indecisive, non-serious player. If I had have had my way, I would have had both you and the Divine Feminine. I am non-committal, sneaky, I keep a lot of secrets, and I have been so deceptive for a large portion of my life. We resonate together by both living in our low vibrational shadow side. You lied to me and had an agenda, and I in turn lied to the DF. You would love to erase all the thoughts of the Divine Feminine out of my head. I save the Divine Feminine's photos in a secret app on my phone that I access all the time when you are not around. You only care about yourself. The DF lives in my heart and soul every single day. When the Divine Feminine walked away, things between us went south because of the excitement of the cheating that went away. I am not used to this new energy the DF is in. She was always so nice and took me back over and over in the past. She won't anymore though. You don't have to act all jealous and possessive anymore because the DF will never take me back ever again. I love online dating apps. I live in the past, and that is my biggest problem. You are a Conwoman. You did so much research on the Divine Feminine. You were studying her really closely. You were trying to affect her security. The biggest mistake I made concerning you was to not get to know you over a long period of time. Instead, I impulsively went headfirst into it with you. I didn't even know you properly. I am a sneaky snake who cheats and lies constantly. You are too. That's why we both belong together. But I still cannot get the DF out of my mind for some reason. I have done way too much damage now to a lot of people in my life, but especially to the Divine Feminine. I feel as though I am having a mental breakdown now. You told me that the Divine Feminine was doing black magic on me when it was you doing it the whole time. You are a false twin flame and a karmic feminine. I regret listening to and believing the horrible things that you accuse the DF of. I am angry that I trusted you in the first place. You tried to portray the Divine Feminine as the snake, but it was you all along. You led me down a path of trickery, deception, lies, and illusions. You thought it was funny when you did it, but now the truth has come out. The illusions have shattered. You aren't laughing anymore. The things you did to block my blessings in life are so shocking. I am still in disbelief at the lengths that you went to separate two people. You love-bombed me and made me feel so special. That is how you won me over originally. You were relentless. I want to go back to the DF and confess every single thing I did to her and said about her. I feel as though you are a sociopath. What else would the masculine like to say to the karmic today? I am angry at the Divine Feminine because I chose you, and now I have to miss out on all of the blessings that I could have had. I am actually the one who turned you against the Divine Feminine. It was all of my bitching, lies, and gossip that caused this. You are a nymphomaniac. You are never satisfied sexually. I regret bagging out the Divine Feminine to you and gossiping and even lying on her. My plan was to deal with you temporarily as a placeholder, then go back to the DF later on and offer her a commitment. The plan failed when she found out about you because she wiped me. When you wanted to replace the Empress, you failed to comprehend all of the pain, suffering, and tribulations that she had to endure to earn that title. I am consumed with guilt daily. I met a player, you, who is even worse than me. I am aware that you utilize tarot readings to obtain information about the Divine Feminine. I am so greedy. I wanted to have my cake and eat it too. You now realize that I want a reconciliation with the DF, as you found out through watching tarot readings. You got a thrill and such satisfaction from breaking up the spiritual connection that I shared with the DF. Thank God the Divine Feminine is 100% protected by Spirit, her angels, and her ancestors from your spiritual attacks. I am very three-dimensional. I am superficial, and I go after people who have money and who look good. The DF was the light in my life. She was the angel. Now I am stuck in the dark with you. God help me. I feel like we have been put together because we are on the same level. We are both into toxic behaviours, both have low morals, and both hate society's rules. We are rebels. I will do whatever I have to in order to keep an emperor away from the divine feminine. In my mind, she is still mine. This has all backfired on me. I only got with you to make the DF jealous. I actually shot myself in the foot by doing this. I only ever breadcrumbed the divine feminine. I gave her bits and pieces of what she truly deserved. I lost so many blessings when I lost the divine feminine. The divine feminine is in star energy now, attracting so much attention. She is so loved and praised, and she is sitting on her throne, attracting blessings on top of blessings. I am so depressed now, and I drink more than I ever have in my life. When I get with a woman, I run down my ex to her. This builds animosity between her and my ex. This is exactly what I did with you and the divine feminine. I have awoken from the magic, and I don't even find you attractive anymore. I feel like a fool for trying to make a karmic with no morals into a housewife. You despise the divine feminine because she represents God and the light. You represent the devil and darkness. You are holding my dirty little secrets over my head, threatening to reveal them if I leave you. You have depleted me financially, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. You are not smart like the Empress. I am so attracted to her intelligence. I had a soul mission to fulfill, and I abandoned it to get with you. You were the reason that I lost my divine counterpart. It took me a while to figure it out. However, I eventually did. You used separation spells to keep us apart. Spirit is exposing everything that you tried to hide. The magic, the secret hookups, the affair with my friend, and the spells that you did on not just the DF, but me as well. You act all innocent and sweet. However, you're nothing but a she-devil. The divine feminine is in her destiny now. You cannot touch her. It was exciting at first with you, I won't lie, but now I see that it was all an illusion. You are clingy, codependent, and you're extremely lazy. As a result of accusing the DF of false things, Spirit has revealed all of your secrets. The DF was always my true love, and you have been nothing but a placeholder. The two of us, we have never had a foundation to begin with. Your goal was to keep two divine counterparts apart, and you succeeded. Now I am a fallen angel. I rebelled against God, and now I have lost my divinity. I am a ladies' man and you are okay with that. The DF would never accept it though. Her morals are way too high. You waged warfare on the Divine Feminine and now you feel defeated. Spirit destroyed all spells that you sent to her. I kept the DF waiting whilst I partied, drank, took drugs, and had sexcapades with you and others. You used your body to win me over as you knew that I was weak when it came to sex. I will admit that I am partly to blame for your mental health issues. I have not stopped comparing you to the Divine Feminine the entire time. You are an enabler and you keep me in my shadow side. You would do absolutely anything for money, including selling your body or your soul. I cannot forgive myself for turning on the true healer in my life, which was the DF. I can't believe that you follow the Divine Feminine on fake accounts. Spying on her is a part of your everyday routine. If I knew then what I know now, I never would have chosen you. I miss the blessing that God brought into my life because I was stuck in my South Node with you. Spirit is the one who made the DF aware of you. She was enlightened. You kept telling me that the DF was dealing with other men. She is completely celibate. How on earth did I sacrifice an empress to be with a karmic? My biggest mistake was that I didn't follow my heart. The Divine Feminine caught on to me and realized that I was juggling both of you. I thought that you thought that by copying the Divine Feminine in every way that I would fall in love with you. You are a seducer, a temptress, and a homewrecker. I tried to replace a divine being with a karmic Jezebel. We trauma bonded over our childhood wounds. We are codependent as we share abandonment issues. I actually pushed the DF into her ascension with all of the pain and betrayals that I caused her. You knew exactly what you were doing when you weaseled your way in between an ordained spiritual union. The sexual things that we have done have now made me repulsed and disgusted in you. We participated in threesomes, group sex, S&M, kinks, fetishes, and other things that I am truly embarrassed to even mention. I thought that we would be great together in the beginning. You allowed me to sleep with other men and women, take drugs and drink. That was the deal when we got together. I could be who I truly wanted to be. I don't welcome change easily. It is way too hard for me. Spirit brought you into my life as my karma. We were placed together to teach one another lessons. I cannot get the Divine Feminine off my brain. She lives in my mind rent-free. I want her forgiveness desperately. You are an energy vampire. You've sucked the life out of me. I am exhausted 24/7. I hate you deep down because I lost the divine feminine because of you. You turned me against the DF. You made me hate her. I was played out of my Two of Cups. My friends think that I was much happier with the divine feminine. They say that I am so miserable now with you. I was faced with two choices. One, put in the effort, do the shadow work, and ascend to the status of Emperor to match the DF's energy, as she is at Empress level, or two, stay low vibrational alongside you where I didn't have to change. I can sleep around, take drugs, and drink myself silly, and you are okay with that because your standards are very low. The DF has kept to herself, moved on, and built an empire. The divine feminine is an earth angel, a healer, and a star. You could never compete or compare with her. I like to control relationships. I finesse the woman with sweet nothings so that they fall hard for me. This way I have complete and utter control over them. It is a manipulation tactic. I regret confiding in you and telling you all about the DF and what we were going through. I'm not going to lie. Being with you did feed my ego due to you being younger than me. All we ever do is argue over the DF and fight about money. I thought that I was going to find someone who was better than you. I discovered that you didn't have anything on the DF. You have disgraceful habits and hygiene, several addictions, including a sex addiction, and a terrible black soul. I clearly lost out by sacrificing an earth angel and an empress for a karmic who is clearly evil. The divine feminine has suffered a lot in her life. However, she still does not look her age. Sex doesn't sustain a relationship. Love and trust do. You thought sex was the answer to everything. You are a feminine player and you have been playing me. I love to turn women against other women. It feeds my ego and I find it really entertaining. I slipped up and my mask fell off and the divine feminine saw me for the lying, cheating player that I truly am. The divine feminine is both protected and anointed. Your spiritual attacks were never going to work on her. You act so desperate, and I have no respect for you because you have no respect for yourself. I've been telling my friends about my future plans. Those plans do not include you. You are a page. You are way too lazy to do the work in order to become an empress. We are losing everything that was important to us because spirit is taking it away. The money, the house, and our health. Stop trying to impersonate the divine feminine. Our personalities are constantly clashing. You are bossy, mean, clout hungry, jealous, and unpredictable. Everything that you manifested so that the Divine Feminine would suffer is going to bring challenges, difficulties, and endings in your life. I wish now that I had never set eyes on you, to be honest. We are both partners in crime. People are starting to see you for exactly how delusional you really are. We feed off one another's toxicity. You could never be the DF, so instead you choose to be her doppelganger. The DF took herself out of the picture and it allowed me to see you for exactly who you are. You are so reckless and desperate. You are a liar too. I see your true colours now. I know that you want to confront the Divine Feminine, but you better not. You brought out the worst in me, and the DF only ever brought out the best in me. You only care about money and what I can do for you. The DF, rather, only cared about genuine love. You brought nothing but blockages into my life. Now my life is full of drama, chaos, and conflict. I need to heal from all of the mess that you brought into my life. I would love peace of mind again. You taught me exactly what I don't want in any future connections. You are for the streets. You have the worst reputation ever. Our connection is based solely on the physical. I was sneaky, a liar, and a cheat with the DF in the past. I would try to stop this behaviour if I was to ever win her over again. I cannot guarantee that I would be capable of completely changing the person that I am for her, though. You will never be her, so don't waste your time trying. You cheated on me to make me jealous. You are so childish and immature. The sad part is that I am actually frightened of you. God knows what you are truly capable of. I am tired of walking on eggshells around you. The honest truth is that I don't really know how to love anyone properly. I go around breaking hearts because I constantly sabotage the good things in my life. I look down on you now because of everything that we have done together. You have no standards, ethics, or morals. I am a full-blown narcissist and I love to have control over the people in my life. You gathered up a lot of people to gang stalk the Divine Feminine. Your jealousy attacks are such a turn-off for me. I am getting ill from simply having you in my life. You have children to different fathers. You try to keep me in a low vibrational lifestyle so that the spell work sticks. You're going to end up in a mental institution at the rate you are going. I cannot believe that you still want to go head to head with the Divine Feminine and physically fight her. It is so low class. I am angry, upset, and disappointed that I allowed you to manipulate me. You are a liar and a troublemaker. I am stuck in a mental prison because of the way that you have trapped me. I wasn't willing to put in all of the spiritual work to ascend just to win one woman over, the DF. I couldn't sacrifice my unconventional lifestyle. You can't even keep track of the women and men that you have slept with because you are always high or drunk. You are such a hater when it comes to the Divine Feminine. You hate that she shines and gets better and better every day. Choosing you has changed my entire destiny. Now I will get several songs. The lyrics in these songs depict how the masculine is currently feeling and thinking towards the karmic. After the Thrill Is Gone by the Eagles. Dirty Diana by Michael Jackson. Evil Woman by Electric Light Orchestra. Witchy Woman by the Eagles. Love Triangle by Wild Horse. Bad Influence by Pink. Man Eater by Hall & Oates. The Wrong Girl by Leanne Womack. Lying Eyes by the Eagles. Mad Woman by Taylor Swift. Living in a Pigsty by the Incarrier. She's a Maniac by Michael Sembello. And the last one is Succubus by Ken Carson. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye!